Top 10 times Amber Heard only cared about money. Hey, I'm your host Bridget Shields and let's get right into the video. Number 10. Her assistant's paycheck. This is a great way to start off the list because it goes to show you just how stingy Amber Heard was with money. She refused to pay her former assistant the salary that she was entitled to and proceeded to bully her when she spoke up about it. I'm talking about Kate James, of course, who was her assistant for 3 years between 2012 to 2015. She reportedly came with nearly 10 years of experience working with A-list celebrities, but started working for Heard as a part-time employee to have a bit of a flexible schedule to care for her son. She had several duties from grocery shopping, picking up her dry cleaning, to talking with her Hollywood agents and seeing her overall workflow. She was even asked to collect 2 copies of any magazine that featured Heard on the cover and store them in the garage. She was doing all of this for $25 an hour, which was less than half of what she should be making as a celebrity personal assistant. When she became full-time, Amber gave her a salary of only $50,000 and reportedly screamed at Kate when she tried to negotiate it. How about just paying your employees a living wage? Number 9. The empty pledge. Undoubtedly, one of the craziest moments in the trial was when Terrence Doherty, the General Counsel and Chief Operating Officer of the ACLU, testified about what really happened to the money Amber pledged. He revealed in a recorded deposition that the actress only donated $1.3 million of the $3.5 million that she pledged to the organization from her divorce settlement. So if we rewind a little bit, when Johnny and Amber reached a divorce settlement back in 2016, the actress announced that she would donate the entirety of her $7 million divorce settlement to charity, half to the American Civil Liberties Union and half to the Children's Hospital Los Angeles. So this means that the ACLU should have received $3.5 million, but Mr. Doherty said that they only received 4 donations, which totaled $1.3 million. The catch is that only one of those payments was from Amber directly. To make matters worse, when she took the stand and was questioned, she told the court that she used the word pledge and donate synonymously, which revealed that she didn't really intend to make good on her promise and most likely just did it for publicity. Number 8. Her Yucca Valley home. Amber revealed during her testimony that she currently resides in Yucca Valley, California. The unheralded town in California is 120 miles east of Los Angeles, and it's not the obvious choice for an actress who would probably need to live close to the city for work. But the purchase of the massive property becomes interesting when we look at when she bought it. According to an investigation by Dirt, Amber's name does not appear on the deed, but research points to a mysterious trust with clear links to the actress. The trust quietly bought the 6-acre estate in early 2019, 3 years after she pledged $7 million to charity. The property was bought for $570,000, roughly a year before the coronavirus pandemic sent desert home prices soaring. So now it's valued at over $2 million. The custom home offers an attached 3-car garage and nearly 2,500 square feet of living space. But the fact that it wasn't bought under her name and purchased 3 years after she promised the money to charity is really sketchy. Number 7. The Revenge Memoire. In the aftermath of the defamation lawsuit, Amber is reportedly in talks to write a tell-all memoir that is said to be some kind of revenge book. Reports that the star is working on a multi-million-dollar book deal have been circulating online for weeks. In fact, a report from Radar suggested that the prospect of a book has caused a frenzy in the publishing world, with negotiations reportedly in the region of $15 million. That would be a very nice payday for the actress given her dire financial situation. Many see it as a last-ditch effort at making a little bit of money from the highly publicized case, and that it is. But aside from a quick money grab, she might genuinely need a lengthy book to tell her side of the story. I mean, she started dating Johnny back in 2012, and probably still a lot of details about their relationship weren't able to be addressed in the trial. The actress told Guthrie that she's terrified her ex-husband might sue her again, and it's true that she simply cannot afford the threat of another lawsuit. So Amber will need to be very careful about what she writes, considering she could end up right back in court. Number 6. Aquaman 2. It looks like Amber may still be appearing in Aquaman 2 after all, as the actress has furiously denied reports of her being cut from the sequel. Apart from trying to save face, one of the reasons is of course money. During the trial, entertainment expert Catherine Arnold testified that Amber was fighting for her life to be in the film. film and was paid a whopping $2 million to star in the sequel. That's double the salary she received for the first installment. The movie would have been a really sweet gig for her considering her reported net worth and how much she still owes Johnny. She's really trying to stay in the DCEU because those movies pay extremely well compared to the kind of indie, art house films that she's managed to get throughout her career. So it's no surprise that she's holding onto her role as Mira with tooth and nail. Even Amber's spokesperson shut down the claims that she's being recast. Quote, "The rumor mill continues as it has from day one. Inaccurate, insensitive, and highly insane." In fact, she testified that because of Johnny's smear campaign against her, she was given a new script for Aquaman 2. Quote, "They basically took a bunch out of my role," claiming that her character now only appears in 10 minutes of the film. Number 5. The luxury mansion. Everyone was shocked when multiple reports began to emerge that Amber was staying in a luxury $22,500 a month mansion during her legal battle. It was really crazy when you think about her so-called financial situation and promises to charity. The 13,000 square foot property was a whopping $22,500 a month. Meanwhile, she still has not been able to donate the funds that she promised, and she said this is because her ex-husband was suing her. Everyone was really confused about how the actress was able to afford it, especially after the verdict was handed down and she was ordered to pay Johnny over $10 million in damages. The mansion, which is only a 25-minute drive from the Fairfax County Courthouse, sits on an acre of land and has 8 bedrooms, including a tennis court, a home movie theater, and a pair of sweeping staircases in the entryway. Not only that, but its listing on Zillow describes it as one of the most distinctive and private estates offered in McLean. So it looks like she was not being entirely truthful about her finances at all. Number 4. New movies. The actress already has not one, but 2 films lined up following her loss in the defamation lawsuit. So in some ways, it looks as if the 36-year-old is still winning, considering that she can still call herself a working actor. Macro reports that just before the trial commenced, Amber had just finished filming her upcoming movie called In the Fire. The film is set in the 1800s, and Amber will be playing a North American psychiatrist who heads to a remote plantation to take care of a boy with special abilities. But the plot thickens as a psychiatrist tries to find a scientific explanation for the boy's abilities, and she faces backlash from the small religious town. The film was directed by Connor Allen and does not yet have a release date. Not only that, but she's also set to star in another movie called Run Away With Me. According to IMDb, the film is about an American in Paris who falls in love with the model, and they then discover the criminal underworld of the modeling industry. Both premises sound interesting, but they'll be buried in controversy by the time they get released, although no doubt Amber herself will have made bank from the movies. Number 3. The NBC Exclusive. The actress, who was interviewed by Savannah Guthrie on NBC, was reportedly paid very well for her exclusive interview. It has been suggested that she was paid a large sum of money for speaking out on NBC, and as much as $1 million. Not only that, but she was reportedly given some of the questions in advance. But aside from just a simple paycheck, she also did the interview to double down on her side of the story. She spoke about the role that social media played in the trial and emphasized just how much the internet supported her ex-husband. Quote, "Even if you think that I'm lying, you still couldn't tell me, look me in the eyes and tell me that you think on social media there's been a fair representation." She brought up the issue of free speech and claimed that the defamation case was about our First Amendment rights to speak. According to an official spokesperson, she decided to come on NBC because Johnny's legal team blanketed the media for days after the verdict with numerous statements and interviews on television. But hey, the money was probably nice too. Number 2. Affair with Elon Musk. If you're gonna cheat on your millionaire husband, might as well do it with a billionaire, right? Well, at least that seems to be the kind of logic Amber used when she was seeing Elon Musk while she was still married to Johnny. The two dated publicly after her divorce, but Johnny testified that they started seeing each other much earlier than that. The legal documents read, quote, "Unbeknownst to Mr. Depp, no later than 1 month after his marriage to Miss Heard, she was spending time in a new relationship with Tesla and SpaceX founder Elon Musk." So, while Johnny was out of the country, filming in March of 2015, building staff testified that Amber had the tech billionaire over late at night in their shared penthouse. In fact, she specifically asked the staff to give Elon access to the building's parking garage late at night. They also saw him leaving the building the next morning. Maybe they just had a pillow fight, who knows? But she certainly has a very distinct taste when it comes to men, which comes in handy when she really needs to keep up her lifestyle. The appeal. One of the biggest ways Amber was going to get her money back rested on the appeal. But now it looks like Judge Penny, who presided over the high-profile case, has rejected that. Amber's defense team recently filed documents requesting a new trial on the basis of improper juror service. Basically, the judge dismissed claims that an individual juror had not been properly vetted and said the court remained bound by the jury's competent decision. The 43-page memorandum argued that Johnny's defense team used poor legal reasoning and that the damages awarded to him were excessive. But most shockingly, her team alleged that one of the jurors who served during the trial was not properly vetted, specifically juror number 15, pointing to the fact that their birth year was listed as 1945, but according to other information, he appears to have been born around 1970. Elaine Bredhoft, Amber's attorney, also insisted that her medical records were suppressed and that a number of things were allowed in court that should not have been allowed, which caused the jury to be confused. It looks like this didn't really work out for Amber either, because a successful appeal was almost impossible to begin with. So maybe it had a little more to do with getting out of the money that she still owes Johnny. Well, that's it for today. Thank you guys so much for watching. Let us know what you think in the comments below.